Hey guys, Eli here, and on today's video we're gonna have a little bit of fun. We're gonna be melting a whole bunch of scrap gold that I got from my local coin shop, and we're gonna turn it into some gold bars. And let's start now. Guys, thank you so much for watching another video from Urban Lifestyle. If this is your first time, please be sure to hit that thumbs up, comment something nice down in the comments below, and also hit that subscribe button, and it really helps out with the algorithm. And if you guys want to take advantages of some free resources, make sure you guys check down in the description below. So the sponsor of this here video is National Rare Coins Estate. They're my local coin shop, the shop that I go to. So if you guys are ever in Miami, make sure you guys stop by and say, hey, you know what? Urban Lifestyle sent me. And they also just started their new Instagram page, so if you guys ever want to find some deals out there or maybe shop at my local coin shop, make sure you check out their Instagram link down in the description below. So National Rare Coins gave me about 400 grams of scrap gold, and I'm gonna pour it all. Now, to be honest with you, I have no idea how it's gonna end up, what's gonna happen, so make sure you guys stick to the end to find out. Now, enough of me just talking about it, let's just dive right in. So again, I do want to say thank you to National Rare Coins for supplying all this scrap gold here that we're gonna be melting. So let's open it up. And of course, this is me having a relationship with my local coin shop. You know, he trusts me. He knows I'm not gonna do anything. I'm gonna bring back everything back. I'm not taking nothing out of here that's not for me. So I do know it has a lot of scrap stuff, like a lot of dust in there as well. So we have a whole bunch of stuff here. Let's just go through it and make sure nothing comes out. All right, the rest here is scrap. We don't need to take all that out. So let's see here. Now, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to melt some of these, because I do know my furnace, I think it goes up to a level I'm not too sure of, but we do, you know, and these are not fully pure gold, so there is gonna have some other metals in them. But the whole trick here is, what I'm hoping is gonna happen is once I start melting it, the gold being heavier than the other metals is gonna go down in the bottom of the crucible. So when I'm pouring, I'm pretty sure all the non-metal or all the non-gold will be poured out first. And then once we get to the bottom, I believe that's where the gold is gonna be. Now this one doesn't have it on here, but I know most of them, they actually have 10 karat gold, some have 24 karat, and some of them have diamonds in them as well. Pearls, some real pearls like this one. So once we put that on there, it's just whatever is not gold is just gonna rise to the top, and the gold is gonna be at the bottom. And I can't wait to put it all in the furnace and see what happens. So let's go ahead and do that now. But yeah, before we do that, let's just play with it a little bit more. Oh yeah, that feels nice. All right, so before we get everything started, what I want to do is power on my furnace so we can get the crucible inside hot enough so we can start pouring our stuff. Now, before we do that, I do want to get into some safety drills, like some of the stuff I use, like the gloves, the crucible holder so I don't have to touch it myself, and some safety glasses to make sure nothing gets in my eye. And of course, I have to have a big mold for me to pour the gold in. Now, I do have some different kinds of molds that you guys can see here, but I just wanted to use the biggest one I can find. You know, this is my first time pouring something like this, and I want to make sure I get everything. I don't want no spillage, so I'm going to use the biggest mold I can find. Now, I do want to say this is very dangerous. This is not something that you guys should try at home if you don't have any experience. And even my setup right now, I know a lot of the professionals is going to be like, oh Eli, you know, you got their whole setup wrong. But I've been doing it this way for a while, and I've been highly cautious, have my fire extinguisher. So I do want to say, make sure you guys are keeping yourself very safe. And if this is something that you want to get into, I also have links down in the description below for you guys to get yourself your furnace and all the safety tools that comes with it. So let's start pouring it in. Alright, so this is as much as I can fit in there right now, so I'm gonna just go ahead and let that melt, and then we're gonna pour it in. Meanwhile, while I'm doing that, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a torch and torch the mold so I can take out all the moisture within the mold, so when I do pour the gold, there's no explosion that happens. Well, not an explosion, but you guys know what happens when you put lava and water together. Okay, so taking a look inside the crucible to see if it's ready, we can see it hasn't melted yet. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait a little bit longer. So for safety measures, you may want to put on a mask because it does get a little bit smoky. I actually had to disconnect my smoke alarm so it doesn't ring. Okay, so now that I had it on there for a little bit of longer time, some of the stuff went to the bottom, so I'm gonna add the rest onto it. Okay, now we're looking good. Oh my gosh, somebody please call the fire department. Call the fire department, I don't know what's going on. Alright guys, so now we're ready to pour, but I got some bad news. I kind of lost some of the footage of me pouring, but to be honest with you, I'm just gonna blame it on JT.
I don't know why this man keep on blaming me for stuff I did not do. Man, how can I do what you accuse me of do and I'm all the way here in Baltimore? What kind of stuff is that, man? Stop accusing me, man. I think you do that because I don't have no hairline and I don't have a sharp... It must be some discrimination, man. Stop blaming me, man. I'm at work, man. I'm at work.
But anyways, there is one clip of me actually pouring. I mean, it's not special, but here you go. It's not extremely long, but hopefully you guys enjoy this small clip. Yep, that's it. I'm sorry about that. That's the only small clip of me actually pouring. But let's go check out the items that I did pour and how did it come out. Alright, so this is some of the scraps that I did pull out at the end of the pour. I'm surprised to see that some of it survived. Like you can see the watch handle right there, and some of the what I would call plastic looked like it survived. So I guess it wasn't hot enough. And now you can see the metal down there, and I'm trying to take it out, and it's hard to do because I can't get a freaking grip on it. I don't want to touch it so my hands don't burn. So this is how the last piece came out. Looks nice, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it in a rock tumbler and let it rock tumble for a little bit longer so I can get all the details and polish it up just a little bit. Alright, so this is how the first piece that I actually poured came out. Looks real nice. The only thing I'll say is it didn't come out the way I expected. I thought the gold was gonna go to the bottom and whatever's not gold was gonna go to the top, but right here it just looks like everything is blended together. What I'll say is it's probably my furnace that I have. I can't get it to the right heat. There's a restriction on the heat that I can bring it on as far as the temperature. But this is the second piece that I actually poured, and this one I kind of like this one. I mean, this one looks good. I mean, all of them looks good, but this one is one of my favorite. And as far as the last one, you can see right there, all the damaged good was on top. That was everything that was on the bottom of the crucible. The way it came out, it just came all on top. Now this is my least favorite, but it does look nice. Looks like a shipwreck or something on the bottom of the sea. I'll say the Titanic, I don't know. But anyways, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take it all and go straight to the coin shop and get an expert opinion on what I did wrong, what I did right, and what can we do better. So I'm pretty much here with my coin shop owner right here. He's gonna tell me what he thinks about these bars that I created out of the gold that he gave. How's everything going?
Good, good.
Awesome, awesome. So what you think about these scrap gold that I melted?
All right, this is not just gold. There's a lot of other metals mixed into here. This is electroplated stuff. This is gold-filled stuff. Some silver, but it's a classic. Not enough heat. Things didn't melt properly, and they weren't properly mixed and melted. And you might have had a dirty crucible when you started. So this one looks a little bit better. It did melt better, but you still have unmelted material up here. You have chunky bits. You shouldn't be able to feel, it should be homogeneous. You shouldn't be able to feel any differences between the metals. And those sharp edges, that means it didn't get melted properly.
Gotcha.
Need a
so
little more heat.
fault.
A little more heat, a little more time.
Yeah, so it's all my fault, pretty much.
No, it's just, you know, the first time around.
All right, so let me ask you, if I came in here and you didn't give it to me, let's say I just came in here and I was like, hey, can you check to see if there's gold in here, and I want to see how much it'll sell. Would you take this from somebody off the streets, or?
We can. We do have a machine that can read the actual percentage of gold, silver, platinum, any precious metal that's in them. And we'd be able to tell you and decipher exactly what's in that cube.
Gotcha. But unfortunately, we don't have that machine here today.
Yeah, the machine's like $25,000. So we don't have it here every day. But if you set up an appointment, we can bring the machine in.
Gotcha.
And we can tell you exactly what's in each cube.
Okay, well, pretty much that's pretty much all we have. I guess I did it wrong. I should have took more time, or get a furnace that actually applies more heat, because my furnace can't even melt copper. So I did have to take a little bit of time, and I was shocked when I saw this one came out, and I was like, wow, man, like, what kind of metal is this for it to not melt?
Another thing you can do is turn on your furnace and get yourself an acetylene torch or a small torch. In Home Depot they sell with butane, and you can have the furnace heat up from the bottom and you heat up with a torch from top. That helps you.
Gotcha. I do have a torch too. I didn't think of that. All right, so where can they get you? And of course, you know, you're running a coin shop. So where can people find you? I know you just started a new Instagram.
Yeah, we're National Rare Coins at Nat Rare Coins, and we're at 4000 Hollywood Boulevard, Suite 155S, and that's the huge 8-story glass building in the middle of Pines Boulevard or Hollywood Boulevard, between the Turnpike and I-95.
Gotcha. And I'm gonna have the link to his Instagram for the people that's like not in Florida. I'm gonna have the link to his Instagram down in the description below, so make sure you check it out. And I do know you have low premiums and your buybacks. So I'll let you take care of all that.
We offer the lowest premium and we pay the highest prices when you're ready to sell.
Gotcha. All right.
So we've been here almost 4 decades. So almost 40 years of doing business. We know how to do it right. We're extremely fair, and we don't need to make an extra $10 off of someone. I'd rather have that person come back time and time again.
Exactly. You got me as a client, so you already know he's good. Especially if I give him the stamp of urban approval. All right. But everything is going to be down in the description below. Make sure you check them out. Check them out on Instagram as well. That's National Rare Coins. I'll have a link down in the description below. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and have a good day.
Oh, that's why